Tonight on Behind the Shadows, we bring you to Buffalo, New York to investigate claims in Buffalo's old First Ward. I'm here with Bruce and Steve. Bruce and Steve had recently bought this building. This is a barrel factory, originally built in 1903. Can you just give me an idea of what the barrel factory was like here? I mean, what was the name of the company that originally started here?
Well, the original structure was built by a company called Quaker City Cooperage out of Philadelphia, and they were a cooperage is another name for a barrel maker, and a lot of their customers were here in the Buffalo area because of the grain and flour industry, and so they chose to build another production facility here. And at the time they were completed, the two locations together were the largest cooperage in North America. They were making 4,000 to 6,000 barrels a day.
Wow. So now, just looking around here, we did notice that there was a couple burn marks on the top of these columns. Yeah.
Yes.
So is there any history of fires with the building?
Right. In 1927, there was a major fire. We don't know too many of the particulars, but the building wasn't fully destroyed, but probably 15 to 20% damaged. So there was roof reconstruction in the upper levels. There's still some charring visible on some of our columns and lintels where the beams and girders meet.
Okay. Was anybody hurt or injured in the fire?
We understand that one fireman may have died in the fire at that time.
Like we mentioned earlier, you have big plans for this location. Okay.
Correct.
Do you want to just take a walk here in the other room and we'll
Certainly.
get an idea what this place is going to look like in the future?
Sure. Yes, sir.
Now, you guys are, like I said before, have big plans for this building. Give me an idea what this is going to be like in the next couple of years.
It's primarily a mixed-use building. It's going to have several businesses inside: a restaurant, a kombuchery, a kayak dealer, obviously a distillery, and we're working on a brewery as well.
Now, this is some prime distillery.
Yes, it's going to be.
This isn't like some guy in the backwoods in Kentucky eating up some moonshine. No. This is some top of the line.
I'll let Steve speak of the distillery because he's a distillery.
Those copper pipes that look like you can play the organ on.
Yeah, well, little Captain Nemo. This was actually custom fabricated for Lakewood Spirits by a outfit called Gatling Stillworks in north of Spokane, Washington. So Gatling, if you look at the rightmost column, it kind of looks like a Gatling gun with all the tubes there. That's where their name came from. But that actually, from a distillation process standpoint, creates a lot of reflux, which is vaporization and recondensation. It's a little technical. We don't have to get into that. That's not what you guys are here for. But that's what this rig is from. All American made. As the tanks, like this kettle here, is made in Missouri from U.S. made stainless steel, U.S. fabricated. We're real excited about this stuff. It all just got installed last week.
So what are you guys going to be distilling? What kind of liquors?
Well, our goal is to distill whiskey. It's the word. It's an Irish name.
Oh yeah, the Irish name.
Whiskey is what beer wants to be when it grows up. Okay, is what some people say. I didn't coin that. We have a tasting room that's just starting to be framed out up here with our 200-year-old timbers. And there'll be a tasting room where you can experience a shot, or you can experience a cocktail, or you can come in here and have a true educational experience to understand how whiskey and rum and vodka are made. If you don't care, you just want to drink it, you can do that too.
You said 200-year-old timbers. Now, the building's only from 1903, so this is something you went outside and got these old timbers?
I have a friend who's part of the Hamburg Historical Society, and it's November of 2014 when we had the 7 feet of snow in Hamburg.
Did you say Snowvember?
Snowvember. Yes, one of the barns in their historical collection collapsed. It was a barn built originally in 1810. It was the first barn built outside of the city of Buffalo in western New York. It was the oldest barn in the South Towns for certain. Some of it was actually made of American chestnut, and when it collapsed, they wanted to get rid of the residue, so he contacted me and I bought the entire barn, and it's here stored in the building, and we're using timbers from it already to restore this building to its original state.
That's really awesome.
So you really keeping the feel of the brick, the old wood. I mean, that's
Right,
just
we're
part
restoring
of
this building, we're not remodeling it.
Well, Bruce and Steve, good luck with your business.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting us here tonight, and hopefully, we'll be able to pick up some of the things that have been experienced here by some of the employees and your son as well. So we're going to get the team together. You ready, Dan?
Ready to do it?
All right, thanks again.
Good hunting.
Yeah. hopefully it's a fruitful night, right? Again, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you.
Hey, Farrell. What's up, dude?
Hi, it's good to see you again.
Hey, thanks for meeting us over here, man.
No problem.
So, you're Bruce's son,
Yes.
and you've been working here with your dad, restoring the building, and getting it to where this is going to be a really cool, location in the First Ward. But during this time of restoration, you've been having experiences, and I'm going to tell you, Lynn and I know a lot about places that are being restored. If you're moving stuff around that's been in the
Yes,
same
activity.
place for a long time, exactly. I mean, sometimes these spirits don't really like things being moved around, and you might be a witness to some of that, right?
Yep.
Okay, so tell me some of the things that have happened here.
Well, to start off, when we first did the floor in here and everything, before we actually placed it, it was all a big trench and everything. I would walk in with all the pipes exposed and everything in the middle of winter and everything, and suddenly get a freezing chill, like my jaw was frozen. I couldn't speak whatsoever. And
So
then
your
the light,
whole body was basically taken over by this energy.
yeah, and then the light started flickering over by the elevator shaft.
Oh, wow.
Well, now the lights flickering could just be in its own building.
Yeah, but still, when it flickered on and off, and then
At
it
the
turned
same
back
time?
on,
Yeah.
and then it turned back on,
And this
then it
is
turned
while
off.
you were getting this thing with your body?
Yeah,
So this all happened at the same time?
yeah.
Well, that's definitely an experience.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
We'll have to check that out.
Okay, now, is that the only thing you've had here?
And then one day I was working up on the scissor lift on the second floor and everything, fully extended up on the second floor. I was hearing the tow motor that we have here on the first floor. I felt like it was running and everything. And I'm like, is Steve here or something? I come down and I look where it is. I get that sudden smell of propane that we use to actually run it. I look where it is. It's right where I put it the day before.
Not running.
Not running.
So you heard your machinery running. You come down and you smell the after fact
Yeah.
of a machine when it's running,
Yeah.
and it hasn't moved.
No.
And you were the only person in the building. Steve was not here.
No.
Okay. Now, you're not the only person that's had experiences here, correct?
No. One of my friends has actually seen a woman walking up from walking the second floor, just walking back and forth through the opening by the elevator shaft up there.
Really? How was she dressed?
Work attire.
Work attire.
Okay, so we're here thinking that we're going to be coming into contact with these big guys working in the factory, these
Right.
big Irish guys, and your friend has actually seen the apparition of a woman.
Yeah, because the woman's room was actually upstairs.
The woman's room.
Yeah. It was torn down. I took it down.
What do you mean the woman's room? What kind of room?
Like
is
a
that?
woman's restroom.
Like
A woman's bathroom.
Yeah. And then the break area was also up there as well.
you haven't been here for a long time. This has
Only
been
a year and a half.
year and a half, and during this time, these experiences are starting to occur.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's why we're here. We want to try to look into what's going on here for you guys and see if we can get to the bottom of some of these experiences that have been happening here in the building.
One more question I want to ask. Are you guys here overnight at all?
No.
So this is all stuff that happens during the day or
Well,
right before dusk?
when my friend sees it and everything, I usually take some of my friends sometimes, and I'll just go like, hey, what the heck?
Mhm.
I'll do the ghost hunt, and I'll see what I can
So
find.
some of it is happening at night?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
Farrell Mac, glad to have you on board for the night. And let's go get the rest of the team together, and we're going to get started right
Let's
away.
get going.
All right. Connor, we've been through the ringer at the Statler over the past year. We've done a lot of investigating there, running the tours that we've been running since September, and man, have we captured a lot of evidence at the Statler.
Yes, we certainly have many different spirits, perhaps many as many as 9 or 10.
Now, the Statler was built in 1923.
Yes, it was.
Okay. The building that we're in now was built in 1903, and now we have two accounts of apparitions being seen here. One is of a man that actually fell to his death, okay, and the other is of a woman on the second floor.
Let's talk about where we are right now. You're in the first ward in Buffalo. And the first ward was in its heyday in the 1900s. You know, a lot of Irish people came off the boats from Ireland in the 1850s from the famine. They came into Ellis Island. They worked on the canals up in the Erie County Canalway. They came up here and they worked in the grain mills as scoopers. They were harbor masters. They were, worked in the factories down here in the first ward. So, it doesn't surprise me that there's women energies or spirits in the factories here, because women, they had to work in the factories because there was not a good paying job. So, woman, man had to go to work. It was at a stage where they didn't have enough people to work. I mean, everybody had to work.
Yeah.
People were working 12-hour shifts, especially the scoopers over in the grain mills next to us.
So we're on the second floor. This is where you were when you heard the equipment running downstairs, and you went downstairs, there was something there.
Yep.
So where were you when that was going on?
Just up on one of the scissor lifts, up on the ceiling, doing some LVLs.
In this room over here?
Yep.
Let's go walk in this room. Give it a chill. Well, let's see if your sensing our equipment can match up with each other. You got a K2 spike, huh? All right, so let's put our K2s here on the ground. All right, and just keep an eye out for any fluctuations, okay? And I want to start with an EVP session. Starting first EVP session on the second floor at the barrel factory in the first ward. It's a bird. It's a bird. Okay. All right, so we're here looking to find some answers for some of the experiences that my buddy Farrell here has had when he's been working on this building. Is there anybody here that wants to let their presence be known? Please speak into this recorder. Wow, that bird's really loud. Dude, it's sounds like there's machines going on. Well, hold on. Hold on. This is right there.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah.
Like a saw. Yeah.
So here. Sounded like some sort of work going on here. Yeah. Let's play one more time. Right there. Yeah. And now you can hear the bird, and that's when I was talking about the bird. But that was a pretty cool EVP session. I mean, just from hearing factory stuff going on, I mean, I feel uneasy.
Yeah. So do I.
You know, but it takes a lot for me to get spooked.
I'm not spooked. I feel something here.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. You know, chills, or for me, it would be, you know, if I get spooked, I get the chills. You know. But let's go meet up with Dan and Lynn and Louie and Kevin and see what they had going on so far. Okay. All right, let's grab these.
Conor and I thought we'd come over where the old boiler was. Obviously, this has been a heavy location for people when they worked here in the factory. To see if we can communicate with any of the workers that may be here, or any spirits that may still be in the building. There was a fire here. I know a fireman died here, supposedly. And the staff has seen a spirit of a man and a woman, so we're going to place some K2 meters down and hopefully see what we can do here as far as getting some communication response. Let's place them far apart, see what we can get. See if we can get something true forward to us. That's good. Keep one out there so we can keep an eye on it and see if something happens. So we've come here to the barrel factory to try to find some evidence. Is there any spirits here? Anybody that's still working here? We've placed some devices on the floor that will allow you to communicate with us.
This is the first ward. Is there anybody from Ireland in here apart from me? If so, I'd like to talk to you. Find out where you're from, what part of Ireland, and what you did here. Maybe you worked in the grain mills, worked in the canal, maybe you're a firefighter or a police officer.
While you were speaking, that K2 meter went off in front of you a little bit.
Dear Ditch, G.W.N.Y.P.S. Is Misha Conor Hawkins. Sedania Ditch.
What were you saying then?
I said hello. I asked them how they were. I told them my name, Conor Hawkins, like it was Conor Hawkins, and I asked them their name.
Ooh,
Whoa, what was that?
Nathan maybe, or
Liam.
Liam?
I thought it was Liam.
Yeah, Liam.
Wow.
I think it was Liam or a Nathan, but I
I
think,
think
it was Liam.
I think it sounded like Liam after I listened to it closer. Well, that's pretty good. Let's take this back over to the rest of the team and let them know what we caught and let them explore another section here. Awesome.
What's your name? What's your name?
Well, we were over by the old boiler, and we started doing a EVP session and a ghost box session. And Conor was talking in his native dialect, and we got some great responses. We let them explain. It was really awesome. Just kind of sat back and listened. It was really cool.
Yeah, back in 1800s, 1900s. Unfortunately, Gaelic is a dying language. They're trying to bring it back now, but a lot of people who would have left Ireland to come to the United States, they would have spoke basic Irish and Gaelic, and so they would have known that. You know, for me coming up, you learned it at school, so there was some of the basic greetings that we were taught. You know, hello, how are you? What's your name? You know, my name is Conor. What is your name? You know, they tell them where you're from. They'll first you be in Belfast. So I think this made spirits pretty comfortable with me being perhaps a fellow immigrant, or maybe a fellow Irish person, and they wanted to communicate. It was pretty really neat experience.
So they're sending us up to the third floor? Okay. I don't like these stairs. Yeah, but you're not afraid of heights, you're afraid of spiders, so. Don't worry. I'll take care of all the spiders in case we run into any. Which, in this place, it's kind of old, we definitely can run into some spiders.
Oh, there's millions.
Yeah. Yeah, there's lots of good investigators that are afraid of spiders, so. You're good. Well, this building's been around since, what, 1903, so. I'm sure it's heyday. But the really cool thing is they're bringing it back, and we're doing a lot of really neat things with it, so. All right, we want to set up. Definitely no activity on the K2. Actually, I was getting a little bit downstairs when I was sitting there waiting, but very minimal. Like I said, no one's investigated this place, so.
We did it for 7 minutes. All right, so next, we're going to do an EVP session. We'll ask some questions, Lynn and I, for several minutes, and then we'll play it back and see what we captured. Now, these microphones are very sensitive, so if you talk into it, we can hear you, so we encourage you to please speak as much as you can or want. Okay? Say anything that you want.
I keep seeing we're on the 3rd floor, right? Okay,
You're
yeah.
on the 3rd floor.
I keep seeing things.
Out of the corner of your eye.
Well, kind of shadows block out the light. That's light up there, right? Reflection,
Yeah.
And I seen one over there and one over there, move in front of the light, like a shadow or something block out the light. Is that you over there moving around?
Well, Max did say that they've seen apparitions floating around here doing weird, crazy things, like falling off the building, just walking and pacing, so it's very possible that we could be seeing shadows. If you're over there, why don't you step closer? We'd like to get to know you just a little bit better. In fact, I'm sure you have permission to touch Louis if you want.
Sure.
Sure, you're so agreeable.
Yeah, see, I know it's dark in here, and my eyes are not like 100% performing right now, but I do keep seeing like something blocking out the light or something.
Well, they could be being shy right now and kind of just going around the corners and the edges, watching us, trying to figure out why we're here and what we're doing.
I seen it again over there.
Over there.
Who are you? What was that?
Something
Was
from
that-
the rafters.
It did, like behind us or something.
Yeah, I could definitely be old building settling.
Good. What's up? What's that?
Just heard something.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I had the recorder up to my ear, so. Yeah. Could you do that again?
Can you throw something again?
There's a shadow figure like moving over there.
Come towards me. I'm a friendly person. Just walk towards me. See, I'm seeing stuff too, man. You don't have to hide. If that's you hiding in the corners or by the walls, we're not going to hurt you. I promise we will not hurt you. Can you just walk towards the center of the room, towards my voice? I didn't move. I swear to God, I did not move.
It was over there.
It was over here. Was that you taking a step closer? Because that was the closest. Yes. Come on, just one step closer.